Jarrett, a lot of your teammates have talked about the huge confidence they have in you from training camp, seeing you day in and day out to preseason. What does that mean when you have that confidence from your teammates?
Yeah, obviously it means a lot. Anytime you step into a situation like this, for myself, I just want to go out there and play the absolute best I can for the guys in this locker room. That's all I really care about. So, it's great to obviously have the support, of the guys around me. And, thankfully I got a ton of amazing guys, amazing human beings in the locker room, but also, amazing football players. So really excited.
What drew you to the game of football as a kid, and what do you love most about it?
Well, ironically enough, the physicality drew me to the game at a young age. Obviously, I don't play safety or linebacker or anything, but when I think my first year of tackle football was I was probably 8 years old, and I just liked hitting people. I didn't put on a lot of weight, so now I don't play linebacker, or more weight. So, but yeah, honestly, that was kind of the first thing. And then, I grew up originally in Kentucky, and so I was a big Peyton Manning fan when he played for the Colts. And I think that was my first football game. I had to have been 6, 7, 8 years old, something like that. It's the old RCA Dome,
Sure.
And that sort of thing. So, from a young age, I've always loved it.
Before we understand,
what's
you were
the key to getting you into a rhythm early on Sunday? Is it handing the ball off? Is it completing a pass? Maybe, like you say, maybe getting hit?
Yeah, no, I think we'll just see kind of how the game unfolds. That's obviously up to Sean how he wants to call the game, to start out. But just really excited to get out there, and I think once the ball snapped that first play, it's just football at that point. So it'll be fun.
How would you describe your relationship with Sean?
Sean's great. Sean's been great to me my whole time here. Obviously, he was a big reason I decided to come to Denver, 2 years ago, and obviously re-signing this last year. So we've had a great relationship. I've learned a ton from him, along with everybody else, on the staff and everything. So obviously, super appreciative of Sean.
When describing a quarterback, we talk about arm talent or leg talent. Or the talent to respond in the clutch or in the fourth quarter, which Bo has been so good at.
Mm-hmm.
What's the components of that? What's the edge a quarterback has?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a few things that go into it. Obviously, being prepared, having a plan for those types of situations, whether if it's, having a plan in 2-minute situation, when you're down a couple scores and you got to score fast, like all those types of things, come into play, and then obviously just being able to execute. And obviously, Bo's done a great job of that, and he's put that on display a ton this year. And got to have trust in the guys around you and that sort of thing. So like I said, I think there's just a couple of things that go into that.
Time for a few more for Jarrett.
Colonel Sanders' question. I thought Corbin was where the Colonel made the famous recipe.
Wow. You pulled that one out, huh?
Yeah, I did.
That's technically where I am originally from, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I've been to the original KFC.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I needed to know.
Yeah, I have.
So out of high school, you were a dual threat, right? Were you like a Lamar Jackson? And I don't know if you know, but Coach Payton really didn't care about that either. Yesterday, when he was asked about that.
Yeah, look, I technically back in the day I could run a little bit. I guess my age has caught up to me with the old legs a little bit, but I guess I could run a little bit more in high school and that sort of thing. So the dual threat label, I guess I had, but I mean I think I can move around a little bit still, but it's probably a little faster in high school. I was also 30 pounds lighter, so that helps. But
More Lamar or Josh Allen?
Last one, Rob.
at that point,
Yeah.
not Lamar. He's into different stratosphere
Yeah.
with some of that. So
All right.
Yeah.
Good
Thank
luck.
you, guys.
Thanks, Jerry.
thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.